Hey everyone, what's up? My name is Brittany and welcome to my YouTube channel. As you probably can tell from the first two videos that I uploaded on this channel, I am currently in the middle of doing the Whole30 lifestyle challenge. Right now at this moment, I'm 2 weeks in. I'm just now getting around to filming my recaps. I want to do a week recap after every single week. So I'm just now getting around to doing my first week recap, but I have some notes written down here that I want to let you guys know about. I have some things that I want to touch on these recap videos. So I hope that you really enjoy them and I hope that you get something out of them if you are beginning or in the middle or ending or even thinking about doing Whole30. So the first thing I want to touch on, and I feel like it's the biggest one of them all that people are wondering about, that people are concerned about, is your cravings and temptations. So yes, I had cravings and my cravings kicked in on the first day. So a little backstory, December was a really bad month for me, nutrition-wise, lifestyle-wise, fitness-wise. So I'm a very active person. I'm a fitness specialist, I'm a personal trainer, I'm a group fitness instructor, I'm also an aquatics instructor, I'm an exercise physiologist. Like, I do it all. I love every aspect of fitness, so I'm very active. But just because I'm active does not mean that I can eat whatever I want. So the month of December and the holidays was a very bad month nutrition-wise for me because I was eating everything and anything I could get my hands on. So I knew that I was doing Whole30 in January. I decided that I think back in November-ish. So from then on I was like, might as well eat everything, you know, that I can't eat on Whole30 and get it all in before I take it out for the rest of my life. And that is such a bad mindset to have because I'm going into this and gonna come out of it as it's not that I'm never gonna eat those foods again, but I'm just gonna, you know, obviously have it in moderation and just make healthier decisions for my body, not feel guilty about it, yada yada, whatever. So yeah, December was a very bad month for me. I ate like absolute crap. My neighbor is staring at me filming right now. Sup? So I got into the habit of eating something sweet like every single night, and I'm not even kidding you. Like, I ordered, I don't know if you know what Sarah's candies are, but I ordered a bunch of stuff from a fellow co-worker's client at work, and I got chocolate covered pretzels and white chocolate peppermint Oreos, and oh my gosh, I ordered pizza a lot. Lunchtime I survived off of the Wendy's 4 for $4s. So I pretty much had it all. It was just not a good month nutrition wise, and I noticed a lot of changes in my body that I was not very happy about. So day one, day two, just breaking that habit of lunchtime eating something super salty and savory like French fries or chips or whatever it was that I brought to work, pretzels. I noticed around lunchtime I craved salty things, like salty and crunchy things, and this was for the first like 2 to 3 days. Like, after I would eat lunch, I would instantly just want the satisfaction of having something crunchy and salty and comforting and delicious. And it was so hard because there's always pretzels back in our staff room or like something like that, and so it was a really hard just to not cut it right there and just be like, nah, it's fine. But stuck through it, got through those temptations. Then come the evening is when the sweet cravings came in because, like I said, I got into a habit of eating something sweet before I went to bed every single night in December because thank you Christmas, thank you Sarah's candies. So the second topic I want to touch on is energy. Now, I can't touch on this too much and say for sure because during the first week, obviously, you're not going to notice like an instant change. A lot of changes are happening in your body, but energy-wise, I didn't really notice too much of a difference. I could say maybe by the end of the week I noticed a little difference in energy, but overall I can't really say like, oh my gosh, my energy was insane, because I didn't really notice any difference. I did know that I was suffering through a cold in my first week of Whole30, so my energy wavered day to day just because I had a cold. I, was trying to fight off a virus, so all of my body's energy was obviously going into fighting off that virus along with making lifestyle changes and whatever. So Tuesday, I know I was super sluggish and super tired. I wake up super early on Tuesdays. I wake up at 5 o'clock on Tuesdays, so that probably didn't help me either. I wasn't sleeping well because of my cold. So energy-wise, can't really touch on it too much in the first week, but in the weeks to come, there's been some changes, let me tell you. So another topic I want to touch on is sleep, and again, that I can't really touch on this too much, whether I notice a huge difference. Again, maybe by the end of the week, a little difference, but I will say, just to document it and just to say, I normally wake up at least 2 to 3 times in the evening or in the middle of the night, somewhere around 2 o'clock, somewhere around 4 o'clock, and then somewhere around 5 o'clock, which then I only have like an hour or so to get till I get up officially at that time. So maybe by the end of the week I noticed maybe I wasn't getting up as often, staying awake for as long, but again, I can't really touch on it too much. But just for document's sake and just for progress sake, I usually do wake up in the middle of the night. Fourth topic I want to touch on is body changes. Now, I noticed a few body changes and they weren't, I don't want to say for the better because they kind of are for the better, but at the end of week 1, I was so bloated, and I read many places. I did a lot of research on Whole30 before I did it, and I did read some places that a lot of people said that they got really bloated and just like mushy, not mushy, but just like because that's your body detoxing from all of the crap that you put in it. And they say that if you go ham even before you do Whole30, it's going to be worse when, you know, that time comes to detox because you have so much built up. And that was your girl right here. That was your girl with McChickens and Chipotle and Wendy's 4 for $4 and Sarah's candy. So my bloatage was pretty decent by the end of week 1. Another body change that I want to keep track of is my skin. So I have really, really bad hormonal acne on my chin. And I don't know, you can kind of see it here. Like I said, I'm in week number 2 filming this, so I will get into that in week number 2 recap. But at the beginning of Whole30, I had a very active breakout right here on my chin, so I've been keeping track on that. By the end of the first week, obviously it didn't go away completely, but I did notice that I wasn't as irritated. The active breakouts kind of simmered down a little bit. So yeah, skin wise, that's something I'm going to keep track of for sure, and just, you know, to document. And you'll see that in the vlogs too. Like, I'm not wearing any makeup in the vlogs. My vlogs are very raw and real, and what I look like day to day, what I do day to day, and stuff like that, just to kind of, you know, help me see it also, along with other people being able to see the changes that are being made in my body during this time. And last but not least, lifestyle changes. And I feel like this is a very, very big one because Whole30 is all based on lifestyle, not so much weight loss and not so much, you know, the scale. It's more so how you feel and just adapting your lifestyle to this newfound healthy, fit you. So lifestyle changes, number 1, you are going to be doing dishes every single night, and I'm not kidding about that. And you talk to anybody else who's done Whole30, you're going to be doing dishes. You're going to be washing dishes after every meal. At night, I take 5 minutes now in my evening routine to just clean up my kitchen, because you're cooking every single meal, or you're supposed to be cooking every single meal, and obviously you're going to be using pots and pans and sheet trays and utensils and plates and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, you're going to be doing dishes, but I think that doing dishes 5 minutes every night is going to be, you know, well worth the benefits that you're going to see long term. Lifestyle change number 2 is budgeting for Whole30. I'm not gonna lie to you, my grocery bill doubled. So November, December, leading up to Whole30, my grocery bill was easily like 30 to 40 bucks a week, because I would buy, you know, quick microwave meals. I would buy, you know, just the cheapest stuff that I could find. I wasn't really paying attention to quality, just quantity and things that were going to get me through the week. So my grocery bill for week number 1 was easily over $100. Like, and that's just the honest truth. You're going to have to budget your money. You're going to have to spend a little more on quality foods. So for me, one thing that I did, and I am a shopping addict. Like, let me tell you, I am a shopping addict. I love to shop. I find comfort in shopping, and it's bad. I love to buy clothes, especially like workout clothes, and it's bad, guys. I'm working on it. But for me, during this time, I made myself a promise and a commitment that I was not going to buy anything that wasn't going to benefit my health, my apartment, so anything that I don't really need, like clothes, like workout clothes. I have tons of workout clothes. I just always need more, you know, to fill in that void. But I told myself I was gonna dedicate bulk of my earnings to completing this Whole30 and to quality, good food. And I'm gonna do a whole video on kind of how I tackle the grocery store. and made it kind of more affordable than, you know, what it really could be, because I really could be probably spending upwards of $200 in the grocery store every week from this, just from buying, you know, the produce and stuff, but I'll make a separate video on that. But easily over $100, and that's going to be every week. So budgeting is key, and planning is key. You have to plan out every single week or you're going to fail. It's just going to set you up for failure. And on top of that, I am in the grocery store so much, it has become my second home. So for me, for a busy lifestyle, I grocery shop twice a week. So I go on Sunday and prep for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I go again on Thursday and buy groceries for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's kind of how I tackle that. So I'm in the grocery store a lot, and I'll stop by time to time just to pick up a snack because I'm a snacker, get some extra bananas if I ran out, some Lara bars, almond butter, and all that kind of good stuff. Anything that I, you know, ran out of during the week, have to go and get it. So you're going to be taking a lot of trips to the grocery store. That's that. So one thing that we track in Whole30 is something called a no scale victory. So this program is very highly based on not using a scale and not taking measurements and not seeing bodily changes, but more so just overall general wellness changes. And that's skin, energy, sleep, the things that I touched on, like your cravings, skin, blah blah, all that kind of stuff. So during the first week, I had a lot of little no scale victories because it was a very eye-opening experience to me for the first week. So as I said earlier, I had a cold during my first week of Whole30. Starting off Monday and Tuesday, I was taking Zicam. So Zicam is a cold remedy, and it's supposed to be like a homeopathic remedy. And you take these tablets or these chewies. They have like a bunch of different kinds. They have a syrup, they have a gummy, they have a tablet, a dissolving tablet or whatever. And my family is so diehard Zicam. Like when one of us has a little bit of a sniffle, we're like, take Zicam, take some Zicam, and, you know, get rid of it. So I was taking Zicam Monday and Tuesday, and I don't know what prompted me to look at the bottle on Tuesday, but it has added sugar into Zicam, into cold medication. So I couldn't take it. I stopped taking Zicam, and that just prompted me to find alternative methods and like holistic methods to treat my cold. So I drank lemon ginger tea, I got saline solution, and I would take like hot steam showers before I would go to bed, and that, you know, that kind of helped push it out. But with finding out that Zicam had added sugar into it, it kind of got my wheels turning, and come to find out that the multivitamins that I were taking had 3 types of added sugar into them. Cough drops, can't have them. Added sugar, can't have gum. I found out that there was sugar in a garlic salt that I was using. Garlic salt, not sugar, had added sugar into it, and it just was really eye-opening to me, and I saw it as a learning experience. And, you know, just everything has sugar in it. Literally everything that is in a box from the store has added sugar into it, and that is where our addiction comes from. And it's just slowly making me realize my actual addictions to sugar and where they're coming from and stuff like that. So it was just very eye-opening. That was a big non-scale victory for me, was early on just realizing all that stuff. So at the end of every video, I want to give you guys 3 meals that I really enjoyed during the week, so hopefully you can get some inspiration to it as well if you were looking into, if you're in your Whole30 journey, if you're even thinking about doing a Whole30. I want to give you 3 meals that I enjoyed every single week, and hopefully that you can take some inspiration from them. So the first one was one that you saw in the vlog. It was the stew that I made for the first couple days. It was so delicious, and it lasted me for 4 days. So I made a huge crock pot of it. It lasted me 4 dinners. It was filling, it was delicious, it was comforting, and especially in the cold winter months, stew is a go-to. So that stew was very delicious. After all of this vlogging and this documenting is done for Whole30, I really want to make individual recipe videos of some of the stuff that I made, because it was really good, and I am a very busy person. I'm kind of balling on a budget because I'm adulting by myself. I live alone. I pay for everything on my own, so kind of budget friendly, time friendly, stuff like that. So, and they're all meals that you can take on the go, because I obviously take them on the go with me around my busy schedule. Meal number 2 was actually steaks that me and my boyfriend made, and this is where the realization of the garlic salt came from. So we did steaks, and then I made a homemade pesto on the top of it with my new basil plant named Dill. You'll see that in the vlog. He's my little guy. He's struggling though. He's really struggling. He's kind of drying out, but I'm trying to keep him alive. But yeah, I made a homemade pesto, we put that on top, and then we made green beans, and I boiled them in water, and then I put them right into like an ice bath to kind of stop them cooking, keep them crispy, and then on that I put olive oil, garlic salt, which has sugar in it, garlic salt, sugar, paprika, pepper, and onion powder, I think. And it was so, so good. It was so simple and so delicious, and just, you know, cooking the steak right was key. And thank God I have my boyfriend with me because he's like the grill master and I'm not, so he made that. It was really, really good. So then third meal that I really, really enjoyed was actually a breakfast bowl that I made. So I originally started out making breakfast separately. So I had like my poached eggs, I had my bacon, I had my greens, and then I had my avocado like on a platter. So then, and you saw this, I think you saw this in the vlog, on Tuesday I have a client really early in the morning, so I wake up at 5 o'clock. So I prep my breakfast ahead of time, that way I'm not waking up and doing that. I can do other stuff in the morning. My breakfast is already prepped. So I kind of made it into like a bowl, and when I ate it, it was so, so good. So I continued that throughout the week. I made like a breakfast bowl rather than a breakfast platter. So I sauteed my greens in olive oil, salt and pepper, and then I mushed up my avocado in it and made like this green mush, and it sounds gross, but it was actually really good. Put it at the bottom of my bowl, and then I chopped up the bacon, put it through, and then the 2 poached eggs on top. And it was so filling because we had a lot of healthy fats in there, and the protein from the eggs, fat from the yolk of the egg, and all that good stuff. So yeah, that was another one for breakfast that I really, really enjoyed. Making a big breakfast bowl and making sure you're getting in your carbs, protein, and fat all in that first meal. And last but not least, if you're looking to do Whole30, if you're in the middle of Whole30, if you're even thinking about Whole30, a little inspiration for you, just do it. Just keep an open mind. The whole theme of this week for me was being open-minded and trying new things and learning new things and seeing this as a learning experience rather than a diet or rather than a restriction that you can't have this or you can't have that on Whole30. Just make it so that it's a learning experience. Make it so that you're just learning new things about your body every day, because when it comes down to it, nobody else is going to keep you alive. Nobody else is going to experience the world through your body. So you might as well do everything you can to take care of it so that way you can continue experiencing the world with your body. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I have for you today for this week #1 recap. I hope that you got something out of this video. Hope you learned something. Hope that you enjoyed my first 2 vlogs. Vlogs for week #2 are going to be coming up very, very shortly, so there are a lot of good things in week 2. Like I said, right now, currently, me filming this video, I am into week 2 of Whole30, so lots of good stuff to come. Hopefully I gave you some inspiration. Hopefully you took something from this video. So other than that, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this beautiful Sunday. It snowed, blue skies. I, don't have too much to do after filming this, so I'm gonna go make myself some lunch, enjoy the rest of my Sunday, and probably edit this. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for checking out my channel. Hope to see you guys back here in the future. Bye.